Hollywood was shocked. In a recent interview, Dakota Johnson caused a stir when she frankly called Jamie Dornan a loser, and bitterly admitted that she chose the wrong person. A close source said that Dakota could no longer keep her composure when talking about the time with Jamie, the person she once considered her life's destination. After the events, she realized that the man was not the person she thought. "I loved with all my heart, but maybe I chose the wrong person to put my trust in," Dakota shared in a choked voice. This statement quickly went viral, causing fans of both to split into two fiercely arguing sides. Jamie Dornan's side is still silent, but social media is filled with harsh comments. Jamie really lost the most precious thing. Dakota is strong and deserves someone better. Meanwhile, Dakota's friends revealed that she is focusing on her new project and trying to move on, not looking back at the past. The image of Dakota coldly and proudly walking on the red carpet has become a symbol of a woman who, after a breakup, still holds her head high. Jamie Dornan responds to Dakota Johnson, the loser, is no longer silent. After Dakota Johnson caused a social media storm with his statement calling Jamie Dornan a loser, the actor finally broke his silence. During a press conference in London, Jamie calmly but meaningfully spoke about the harsh words from the person who created the legend of 50 Shades with him. "Everyone has the right to express their feelings, but sometimes, hurt makes people say things they don't really mean," Jamie replied when asked about Dakota. A close source revealed that Jamie was shocked to hear Dakota's words, but he chose to stay calm instead of responding harshly. A friend of his shared, "Jamie is heartbroken, but he understands that things have gone too far. He doesn't want to turn the pain into a media war." Meanwhile, Jamie Dornan fans everywhere have spoken up to defend their idol, saying he is a person who always respects and keeps his past private. Many comments expressed sympathy. Jamie has never said anything bad about Dakota, no matter what happened. Maybe Dakota is in so much pain that she said that. Although public opinion is divided, one thing is clear: the relationship once considered silver screen destiny is now broken beyond repair. The two are now walking on separate paths, carrying wounds that are difficult to heal. Dakota Johnson bursts into tears on the red carpet, when words turn into wounds in reverse. No one expected that just a few days after her "loser" statement, Dakota Johnson would appear in an emotional state at the premiere of her new film in Los Angeles. In front of hundreds of cameras, Dakota could not hold back her tears when reporters mentioned Jamie Dornan. A witness present recounted, "Dakota tried to smile, but when she heard Jamie's name, her eyes suddenly darkened. She softly said, 'I don't want to talk about him anymore,' and then turned away to wipe away her tears." A close source revealed that Dakota was going through an emotional crisis when everything became chaotic after her controversial statement. She was criticized for her lack of self-control, but also received sympathy from those who had experienced similar pain. On social media, the keyword #StayStrongDakota quickly climbed to the top of global trends. Fan wrote, "She's only human, everyone has their limits." Maybe the love between Dakota and Jamie is deeper than we all think. Meanwhile, the media is speculating that Dakota may temporarily withdraw from public events to stabilize her mind. Some close friends said she is turning to meditation and writing her own script as a way to heal. The image of Dakota quietly walking on the red carpet, her eyes filled with tears amidst the bright flashing lights, made many people realize, behind that cold beauty is a broken heart. Jamie Dornan reveals, "What I never said about Dakota Johnson," when the truth made the world cry. After many days of silence, Jamie Dornan finally broke all the speculation. In a special interview with BBC Entertainment, the actor spoke for the first time about Dakota Johnson, the woman who completely changed his life. When asked about the relationship between the two after a series of scandals, Jamie bowed his head for a long time, his eyes red, and then said softly, "I never considered her an enemy. For me, Dakota is still a very important part, a part that I cannot forget." That statement made the audience silent for a few seconds. Jamie continued, his voice low. "If there is anything I regret, it is letting her get hurt. Maybe I was not good enough, but I never stopped caring." As soon as the interview aired, social media exploded with emotions. Millions of comments flooded the video, many of whom could not hold back their tears. Jamie spoke from the heart. These are not the words of a loser, but of a man who truly loved. Dakota should hear this. Maybe she will understand that he has never forgotten. A close source revealed that Jamie had avoided mentioning Dakota's name for many months. Only when he witnessed her crying on the red carpet did he decide to speak up. He was heartbroken to see Dakota suffer so much, said this person. The story between the two seemed to have ended, but now public opinion has sparked a question. Is that love really over? Or is this just the beginning of a journey of healing filled with tears and forgiveness? Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson, two lost souls in the spotlight, still searching for each other in a noisy world. Dakota Johnson quietly arrives in Belfast, secret meeting leaves fans in tears. The world was once again shocked when multiple sources confirmed that Dakota Johnson flew to Belfast, Northern Ireland, where Jamie Dornan is living with his family. The trip was kept completely secret, but leaked images from the airport caused a stir on social media overnight. According to the Daily Mirror, Dakota appeared in a simple outfit, wearing sunglasses and a woolen hat, accompanied by only a close assistant. She refused to answer any questions from the press, but the expression on her face said it all, a mix of sadness and determination. A witness in Belfast said, "I saw her go into a small cafe near the city centre. About 30 minutes later, Jamie Dornan walked in. The two sat opposite each other, neither said anything for a few minutes, then Dakota burst into tears." The moment quickly went viral on social media. Many believe this was a fateful meeting, where two broken hearts are trying to mend their broken relationships after everything. A close source confirmed that the meeting lasted nearly 2 hours. The two left the bar through the back door, avoiding the paparazzi. There was no argument, no angry tears, just two people looking at each other for a long time, this person recounted. Immediately after, the hashtag Jamie and Dakota reunited quickly climbed to the top 1 trending worldwide. Millions of fans were moved. If they can forgive each other, then true love still exists. The scene of Dakota crying in Belfast will go down in Hollywood history. A reporter from ET Online commented, "Maybe Dakota came not to blame, but to say the words that were left unsaid, or to end in peace." In the dim twilight of Belfast, two people who had been through broken relationships sat next to each other, silent, but their eyes said it all. Jamie Dornan hugs Dakota in the Belfast rain, a moment that made Hollywood choke. Belfast, a cold late autumn afternoon. The rain suddenly poured down, but at that moment, a moment that made the whole world silent took place. On a small street along the Lagan River, Jamie Dornan and Dakota Johnson were caught hugging each other in the rain. No words, no cameras, just real emotions. According to the image recorded by a local resident, Dakota walked out of the cafe first, her face still covered in tears. Jamie ran after her, calling her name. She turned around, and in that moment, he said nothing, just walked over and hugged her tightly. The rain was getting heavier, but they still stood there, silent. The witness described. Dakota trembled, Jamie put his hand on her cheek, whispered something, and then both burst into tears. It was a truly heartbreaking but hauntingly beautiful moment. A close source said that after that hug, the two did not return to the hotel, but walked along a riverbank, only talking softly for nearly an hour. Not a reproach, but a forgiveness. They need to end in the gentlest way, this person revealed. The world media exploded. The image of Jamie Dornan hugging Dakota in the Belfast rain appeared on the front page of People, Vogue, BBC, Daily Mail, and was called The most beautiful and saddest moment of Hollywood in 2025. On social networks, millions of fans left emotional comments. Without words, they still understand each other. That love can break, but never disappear. Jamie and Dakota, they are not just a couple in a movie, but a real love story. When night fell, the two left in two different cars. But Dakota's gaze through the glass, towards Jamie, made one believe that, somewhere in their hearts, there was still a fire that had not yet died out.